Welcome, and thank you for your attention today. In 2019, Ceridian, a human capital and resource management group, released the Pulse of Talent report that speaks to the retention throughout the employee life cycle. Having surveyed thousands of U.S. workers, the report relays that talent pools are vulnerable to attrition and that job satisfaction is fleeting, especially within the millennial and the Gen Z employee segments. This, in and of itself, likely isn't that surprising. Millennials and Gen Zs come to us with a different set of values and expectations, and when these desires aren't met, they leave us, and the recruiting door often becomes a revolving door, resulting in increased training cost, increased overtime spending, missed revenue, and the degradation of employee morale. While why they're leaving us isn't a surprise, what is lesser known is that the same reasons that they're leaving us are the same reasons why existing employees who are unlikely to leave us are unfulfilled in their work. And these unfulfilled employees can result in disengagement, and decreased productivity, and a general discord. When looking at the financial costs of this, the Coca-Cola Retailing Research Council reflects the cost of high attrition rates within the grocery industry are costing us $190,000 per store per year. We're hemorrhaging our greatest asset, people, and it's costing us a fortune. Our people are our identity. Our shared ethos and values and goals and attitudes define our company culture. In many ways, it's how we see ourselves, and it's how our customers see us as well. High attrition rates within our industry are deteriorating our culture, eroding us from within. This problem is at the heart of Team Re-cultivating culture, comprised of David Doggett of Organic Girl, Stephanie Salinas of Smart and Final, Jamie Kohler of Cub, Kayla Laganza of the Myers Group. I'm Ryan Allen from Gelson's Markets. Transparency, authenticity, connection, and meaning, they're all generational desires that most watching already understand. It's not our aim to educate on these topics. The assumption is that most watching will already understand them well. A positive and thriving culture serves as a powerful attractant. It draws employees that want to work at our locations equally as it draws customers who want to shop there. When looking to improve your company's culture, where you start isn't as important as that you start. This being said, however, today, Team Re-cultivating Culture seeks to convey where and how the most impactful improvements to company culture can be made. Namely, the greatest improvements can be made within the pillars of onboarding and training, loyalty and retention, and mentorship and education. How you should improve these comes in two delivery methods. The first is the use of mobile technology as a means of improving process while appealing to younger generations. The second method lies within the human element of making improvements and investing in people and in ourselves. Our ask of you today is to return to your companies and implement them in whole or part as fits your organizations. But where should we begin with such an undertaking? Let's start where the new employee starts, in onboarding and training.
According to Forbes, employers lose 17% of new hires within the first 90 days due to an ineffective onboarding program. That's how quickly they're making the decision to stay or go. It's clear we need to engage our employees early on to obtain their buy-in and commitment. So how do we reach them? A recent study found that the average American checks their phone 80 times per day. For millennials, that number nearly doubles to 150 times per day. Young people are on their phone quite literally all day long. So the most effective way to get your content in front of them is to host it on a mobile application that they can easily access from their phone at any time. Some companies are already doing this, and they're doing it through microlearning. Microlearning provides the training and education that our younger generations desire through bite-sized 3 to 5 minute trainings that can be accessed through their phone or company tablet. Our attention spans are continuing to dwindle as the abundance of information in our society continues to expand, which is why, according to industry research, the microlearning market is expected to nearly double in the next 4 years. Microlearning blends short videos, games, and real-life scenarios to deliver impactful training in just a few minutes each day. Though there are several tech companies offering microlearning training platforms, Exonify is leading the way in our industry, having developed microlearning programs for some of the largest brands and retailers in the country. They create a customized blend of gamification, videos, quizzes, and interactive readings that translate your company's training program into a fun, engaging experience that you can access from the palm of your hand. Here's a video from Exonify to help explain how their unique approach can revitalize onboarding and training for your company.
This is Emily. She just started as a full-time associate at Grocery Galaxy in their produce department. When she logs into Exonify to begin her onboarding, it's easy for her to see where to start and what to do next. Her learning path is focused only on the things that matter most, helping her get up to speed faster. As Emily completes topics, she automatically unlocks tasks. This gives her a chance to apply what she's learned before she's performing solo. Milestones and reporting make it easy for Emily's manager to track her progress through onboarding. Once onboarding is complete, ongoing training keeps building Emily's knowledge every shift, helping her remember more and perform better. Before each shift, she can easily log into her Exonify account on a tablet in the break room, mobile device, or POS system. First, she sees an important update about a food recall affecting her store. After the update, she can access her daily training. Today, she receives a 60-second training video on banana handling. Next, she chooses a game to play that will serve up her reinforcement questions for the day. This not only ups the fun factor for Emily, it really works to drive engagement and participation. In fact, employees who choose gameplay in Exonify are 100% more likely to take extra training. If Emily is ever short on time, she can opt out of gameplay and go directly to the questions. The questions Emily receives are intelligently generated using AI to help her remember what she's most likely to forget. She receives a few questions on the most recent training, like banana handling, but also gets some questions on a topic she struggles with, produce stocking and rotating. In fewer than 5 minutes, Emily is finished with her daily training, feeling confident and ready to start her shift.
Companies like Northgate Gonzalez Market, right here in Los Angeles, are already using Exonify to train their employees, and they're seeing results. It's also proven successful with larger chains like Walmart and Southeastern Grocers. These early adopters love it. Through Exonify's training software, Southeastern Grocers can collect data that provides a measurable ROI. Liz Thompson, the Chief People Officer at Southeastern Grocers, says that since implementing this new training platform to their 45,000 employees, there's been a 15% knowledge lift and 97% participation in training across the board, which is up from 85% the first year. Also, the stores with the highest engagement using the platform have higher comp sales. Liz says that this program has noticeably changed their company culture for the better. We asked you to consider using a platform like Exonify to revitalize your onboarding and training programs through microlearning and improve employee participation and engagement. It can also be a very rewarding experience for your employees. Through gamification, you can incentivize employees to complete trainings and improve their functional knowledge by rewarding them for finishing trainings successfully and on time. Jamie will now dive a bit deeper into an employee loyalty program.
We need to ask ourselves if we are consistently recognizing our employees to enhance the culture of our organizations. 79% of Gen Z and millennial employees feel that a better rewards program would increase their loyalty to their organization. 50% have said that management needs to recognize strong job performance. What tools do we use to ensure our employees are recognized properly and consistently? A big step in advancing the organization's culture is having a recognition program that celebrates the employees' achievements as well as their accomplishments. We need to applaud the achievements and success of our employees. Rewarding and recognizing employees does not have to necessarily be in monetary rewards and can be as simple as showing gratitude and praise. Not only is recognition a huge foundation of culture, but it is also important for retaining our employees. Corporate culture is a key investment strategy for our organizations. How should we move forward in recognizing our employees? We believe loyalty programs are not only for customers, but should also be used and implemented for our employees. In addition to our mobile training application, we recommend utilizing app-based technology to reach your employees for recognition purposes. Utilizing this technology is more cohesive for our younger generation employees. Information can pass on to employees faster and more efficient. We need to take existing employee rewards programs and filter them into this application. We recommend an employee rewards program that is powered by a mobile application that engages and encourages our employees to participate. Imagine having an easy platform for employees to receive praise and recognition from senior management. Receiving a message from your CEO can be powerful and rewarding. It'll reach a much greater audience than the ancient bulletin board posting, where most employees are going to walk by and not even notice. By utilizing application-based technology, it will encourage employee engagement from all levels of the organization. Utilizing an app is not only great for building loyalty programs, but also for building a sense of community.
Reversing the lens and viewing employees the way we view our customers, the way Jamie has done with loyalty, can have a powerful impact to our culture. Consider how much communication has changed. We employ apps and social media to reach our customers. Why not use this tool to reach our employees? An app like this could be utilized to build a sense of community by allowing cross-company communication. How we receive and deliver information has evolved, and yet I still find myself posting notices to the board in the break room. We have the fastest communication vessel at our fingertips. We haven't tapped into its potential in the workplace. Managers will be able to share important information across the entire company instantly. We can save time by allowing employees to handle simple tasks such as trading shifts. We can post job openings, share company content, hold competitions, set up surveys and get real-time feedback. We can solicit suggestions and essentially open the door for all employees to have a voice. Imagine what this could do to build a community within your workplace. We can begin to lower those communication barriers, and we can give employees an avenue to engage with one another and build a sense of belonging across the company. The opportunities are only limited to our imagination. And while we have spoken at length of the possibilities surrounding technology, great culture depends on more. We are asking you to embrace those tools, but not to the exclusion of human contact. At a time like this, now more than ever, we are learning the intense need for person-to-person interaction. Let's start new employees off right by extending a hand the moment they arrive and assigning them what we like to call a culture buddy. The first day on the job is filled with nerves and uncertainty, information overload, and paperwork. And while necessary, this hardly sets them up with the knowledge they need to truly integrate with your company. We naturally seek out someone closer to our level to learn the ins and outs and to ask those questions we don't want to bother the boss with. But how do you know what information is being relayed or if it's even accurate? Having a go-to person for questions is critical to integration. And what if we train and assign those employees? Team them up with a person who goes through a tour and introductions and who familiarizes them with your organization's culture, values, and vision. Creating a culture buddy will give you the ability to control the message being conveyed and the assurance that it is in keeping with your organization. This should be somebody who actively represents your culture and who is a champion for your organization. It should be done voluntarily and won't necessarily be a manager or department lead. We all have those employees that truly represent the culture we desire. By asking them to engage with new employees and be a part of the onboarding process, we give them a sense of ownership and are helping them build valuable leadership skills. Now Stephanie is going to take us through a new look at mentoring and education.
How do we look at collaboration in a new way? We know that millennials place a premium on mentorship. They've grown up in a world full of technology, and now they're working in our companies, and there's a tremendous divide among generations as it relates to technology. Each generation brings with them new insights and unique strengths that can be leveraged to advance our companies. You have an opportunity to recultivate your culture by putting in place today a reverse mentorship program. So what is reverse mentorship? It is a learning relationship between senior staff and junior employees. Reverse mentorship will increase millennial loyalty and retention up to 96%. You have an opportunity to gain insight into millennial values and preferences of not just your employees, but of your customers as well. Millennials are extremely knowledgeable in social media and can assist companies in the sharing of digital skills. Could your company possibly be missing another outlet to attract employees, or perhaps another marketing platform that you're not using today? Reverse mentoring can aid in promoting a diverse workforce by improving your leadership's understanding of minority issues, including those of the LGBT communities and ethnic minorities. I'm asking you to consider implementing a reverse mentorship program today. This is a new way to look at collaboration. It's a valuable process and worth your time and investment. We can all agree that training and education are important in all of our organizations, and reverse mentorship is another tool in promoting a culture built around education. Let's take a closer look at education and its role in building a healthy culture. Cultivating a culture through education by offer a fully funded free education through tuition reimbursement, such as the Retail Management Certificate Program. Our employees want to achieve a higher learning. Companies who pay for relevant and industry-focused education are investing in human capital, and that will be the key differentiator in your workforce. I'm asking you today to look at education not as another cost, but as a valuable return on your investment. So as an employer, what can you see? Increased employee participation because there are no upfront costs for your employees. We are an industry that promotes from within, and you can expect to see increased rates of promotion and transfers. A study done by Lumina found that employees who are enrolled in education programs are 21% more likely to get promoted than those that are not. When we show that education correlates to promotion and advancement, we immediately show increased retention. You can expect to see lower turnover costs and decreased rates of absenteeism. And lastly, you will see an increase in employee engagement. And when we make a shift in engagement through education and training, we see an increase in all areas, and we pass that engagement to our customers. The value of investing in your frontline talent has a huge return on investment. Now is the time to fully invest and support a tuition reimbursement program, such as the Retail Management Certificate Program. This business investment starts with you. It starts with executive leadership. And it is now more important than ever that we invest in our people through education. Our employees want to feel included in every aspect of our organization. And Kayla's going to discuss more about the effects of belonging.
The need to belong is human nature. No matter if we are introvert or extrovert, we as human beings need to feel like we are part of something greater than just ourselves. Creating that cohesive whole in the workplace can reap rewards better than any business plan or mission statement could hope to achieve on its own. It increases performance, reduces absenteeism, builds trust, increases motivation, and improves communication. Recent studies show the difference between those who felt a strong sense of belonging compared to those who don't resulted in a 50% reduction in turnover risk, a 56% increase in performance, and a 75% decrease in employee sick days. Furthermore, those who felt like they were part of the team were 167% more likely to recommend their organization as a great place to work. On the other hand, the cost of exclusion can be great. Did you ever find yourself being picked last for the team, or a time when you couldn't attend a social function and no one noticed you were missing? You probably put out less effort during the game. The next social get-together was coming up, and you wondered if you should even bother. Your body's reaction to that feeling of being left out or socially rejected is the same as when you feel physical pain. Exclusion means less effort and leads to avoidance behaviors, like missed days of work, the same way we avoid pain. There is an immediate drop in productivity. Employees are more willing to call out sick, and there's a direct link to turnover. Employees are also unlikely to recommend the company to others.
With appreciation for your time and attention, Team Re-cultivating Culture's ask of you today is to return to your companies and begin the process of improving culture by leveraging microlearning and technology towards improved onboarding and training, creating employee loyalty programs, and identify and assign culture buddies towards the improvement of loyalty and retention, and by implementing reverse mentoring and debt-free education to improve mentoring and education. This presentation is being filmed during the time of the COVID-19 pandemic, when our heroic frontline employees are serving our customers and companies in a manner that we have never experienced before. Our people have shown amazing adaptability, fortitude, resourcefulness, and dedication. No time has ever been more relevant to invest in our people, to invest in our culture, and to invest in ourselves. Thank you. Should you have questions or comments, we welcome them and ask you to address them to the email on the screen now.